As an introvert, you might be asking yourself, how do I build a personal brand when I am so shy? I don't like talking to people. I don't like being around people that much. I don't like going to gatherings. So how is it possible for me to build a personal brand? I'm not comfortable being on camera, so I can't do content creation or things like that. How is it possible for me to build a personal brand? People are not going to be interested. People are not going to hear me. People are just not going to care. Really? With that kind of mentality, it's hard to picture yourself greatness and positivity and thriving, which is all this channel is about, is how to help you thrive. And I'm focusing a lot on introverts because as an introvert myself, I feel like I have a lot of expertise to bring to the table, and how I have combat that side of that part of me to try to accomplish as much as I could accomplish in my life. But if you really want examples of people that have done great things as introverts, J.K. Rowling, as I said in my past video, is a self-proclaimed introvert. And if you don't know who she is, just think Harry Potter. That's all I have to say about that. The power of introverts, or the superpower of introverts as I call it, is that we think strategically and we love planning. So whether we're working on a new project, whether it's writing a book, whether it's writing a song, me as a songwriter for example, whether it's working on a work project that you are assigned to, or even something personal in your creative journey, we plan and we think strategically. We don't really let outside distractions get in our way of trying to achieve whatever we need to or want to achieve in our professional and personal life as well. It works both ways. The good thing about us being so quiet in our work is that it gives us more of a chance to be very creative because we don't let outside noises distract us. For example, a friend calls up and says, hey, let's go partying, but you have a deadline, whether it's professionally or personal, a goal that you set for yourself. Let's say you're trying to finish, let's say you're a writer, let's use this as an example, and you want to finish that chapter, and you have told yourself that you're going to work on this chapter today of your new book that you're trying to write, and you set a goal to finish it. So how do you finish it if you're gonna go out and party or hang out or whatever? And I'm not saying not to go out ever, please, I'm not saying that. But if you have a goal to work on something that you really want to accomplish, us introverts, we take priority in that. We prioritize our work because we want to achieve our goals. And I think that's one of the beauties of being an introvert. As introverts, I try to connect with my audience as personal as I possibly can. I sit here in front of a camera, talking to the camera with one subscriber, that's my other account, and just try to help someone, you know, and I find a joy in this, and I know a lot of people do too. And you don't have to be an introvert to enjoy talking to people or enjoy helping people. You don't have to be an introvert for that. You could be an extrovert or whatever you classify yourself as and still be able to help people. But I feel like as an introvert, once again, I take a lot of priority in this, and I put a high value on it, and I try to at least, and I try to not let distractions get in the way of my goals to accomplish that. And back to my my opinion, I feel like when someone calls you and you're in the middle of something, I feel like you have to prioritize that first. And of course, it doesn't mean ignoring your friends. No, of course not. I'm not saying that. I'm saying maybe you could tell them, I can't go out with you tonight because I have a deadline that I committed myself to doing, whatever that may be, whatever they may be. And that's one of the things about introverts. You set goals and you try your hardest to achieve them. At least I do. I don't know about everyone else because everyone's different, and you don't have to be an introvert or an extrovert to set goals and try to accomplish them as fast as you can. I think a lot of introverts try to master the quiet influence type, and that means that you're trying to work on your brand while also not being loud. And a lot of people, believe it or not, appreciate that. You know, they don't want you to be all in their face, like, buy my product, but buy it now, because if you don't buy it, you're gonna miss out. I think introverts are more quiet, like, you know, they offer more insight on why you should buy your product, or if you're selling stuff, or why someone should look at your brand. What is it about your brand that stands out? What is it about you as a person that stands out to people? How could you connect to people? How do you help someone connect to you? But that's not it. That's not all I meant. How do you keep that person engaged? How do you keep that person coming back for more of your work, whatever it may be, whether if it's you're a painter, an artist, or a creative person, but you don't necessarily just have to be creative. It could work in your field. What if you're a nurse, you know? How do you have that connection with people to build your brand? How do you connect with people to have people say, I really enjoy that person. I enjoy that person's company. That person brings joy in my life. That person makes me feel better. But having a personal brand is just not about having to sell something. It's about the connectivity and the relationship and the value that you bring to whoever you meet. Whether this is in your personal life or professional life, it works in all ways, in all directions. Building a personal brand is all about you and what you offer in a positive and caring way to someone else. So I guess the question is here, can introverts build a personal brand? Why not? J.K. Rowling did it. Her personal brand is her artistic side, her creativity, her great impact in the world, because her creation was a phenomenal, and it still is to this day. Even though it came out how many years ago, people still talk about her brand. People still remember who she is based on what she did and what she created, and the profound impact that her creativity had on the world at that time. But still, even today, and I'm not talking about her as a person, whatever situation she has going on with the public as her brand, I'm talking about her creativity and what she brought to the world with Harry Potter. That's what I'm talking about. So of course you could build a personal brand. Of course introverts could build a personal brand. You just have to stay committed to it. You have to stay committed to the consistency of what it takes to build a personal brand, especially being an introvert, that you are very much to yourself. You have to also find balance, and sometimes you have to have extrovert qualities to be outstanding and to stand out amongst a sea of, you know, fishes, as the saying goes. You have to have something unique and something special to bring to the table as an introvert. Don't push everyone away. Don't say, I don't want to be here, I don't want to do that, because you're an introvert. Don't let that stop you either. But also don't be forced to act as an extrovert either. Embrace who you are, who you identify as, whether it's introvert or extrovert, in both your professional and personal life as well. And you will have luck in whatever situation you see yourself as. And whatever you decide to do in life, just always remember to keep pushing forward and don't forget to thrive. As I mentioned in my previous video, this is the second part of my introvert series, and where I talk all about being an introvert, how you balance your introvert lifestyle. This video is about how if introverts could build a personal brand for whatever situation you're in, and I will be creating way more videos about introvert life and how it's like living as an introvert and what you could do as an introvert and all these other things. So if you're interested in this and much more, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like. I will see you guys in my next video. Laters!